Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. They look gorgeous laying there, little Reuben. Today I thought I would give you a tour of my spare bedroom, which is my happy space. It's got all sorts in it. It's used for everything apart from, well, anything can be used for really. It's a place to put my babies. I do my crafts in it. We've got wardrobes in it. I do my sewing in here. The kids stay in here. You might hear hubby coughing. Take no notice, he's fine. So it might be a little bit wobbly, and I'm going to have to stretch up sometimes to show you things because I'm only 5'2", but we'll give it a go, shall we? So there's Reuben, and he is actually sat on the spare bed, which I use for the grandchildren, and that's where my babies sit. The gap in the middle is where Madison will go back because I've just done a video with her. Next to them is my dolly wardrobe. The big red monstrosity is Michael's fort tent. I just shoved it down the other day. On top is storage. Inside is just full of dolls' clothes. The boxes for Michael to do some crafts with later. He'll make a fort or a tank or something out of that, and that'll keep him occupied because it's absolutely pouring down rain. And over here are my butterflies. I love butterflies. I've got a butterfly tattoo on my shoulder. I made those. I stamped them, die cut them out, and then coloured them with inks and varnished them. And then this is my shelves, and at the top are some of hubby's tracks that he makes. Let's see what's the best angle for you. Well, I'm stretching up as high as I can reach, so hopefully you can see them all along the top. And then down from there is some bits and pieces in tubs. And that cream box is actually a lovely shabby chic sewing box. Card Tegan made me a few Christmases ago. The flowery box holds pre-made cards I've made through the year for birthdays and things. And then there's a Cath Kidston book set that my daughter Natalie bought me for Christmas one year. It's absolutely amazing. Sewing book hubby bought for me. Some more of his tracks. And then down here is the junk shelf. So you've got, oh, that's Lexi wanting to go out. The little handbag is a money box that Tegan made, and then there's just junk along the shelf there, all sorts of craft things and all sorts of things. The pink thing is a balloon weight from my great-granddaughter's birthday party. And then down the bottom you've got some bits and pieces, storage jars. The train was my mum's. This little plate is actually a paper plate, but it's lovely, isn't it? And that's from my granddaughter's first birthday party. And so is the straw in there, which has got turned around, but it's and then yeah, it's cute, isn't it? Sunglasses Tegan gave me for my dolls. Odd earrings you see on the shelf, and tiny things of Tegan she's left there. Tegan's little bottle. It's my rabbit storage jar. I love that. This doll, I don't know if I said just now, it's my mum's, was my mum's. Next to that is my rabbit nightlight, little mug, and Izzy's, my granddaughter's little doggy, and a little set of drawers I painted and decoupaged. Across from there is the window, and I've got little jars. I like collecting jugs and little ceramic things. So they're just sort of plonked there really because it's only the spare bedroom. And then you come down, there's a chair there, and it's a bouncy chair shoved right up against the wall, and on top of that is Tegan's babies. And I put a blanket over the top of them always, or a couple of blankets to keep them safe and keep the dust off. Little dog, my youngest son won at a fair for me 6 or 7 years ago. Abby, gap for Madison, Jameson. And then little things, little knickknacks, just for fun and cuteness. And this one I really love. This is for my grandchildren, for my granddaughters. She leaves a little sparkle wherever she goes. And you can probably hear Lexi coming now. So that's those. And then I go pan back around. My clock, my sewing machine and overlocker. There's a frame down there I'm going to put pictures in. Pan past the door with my shopping bags, a dress I made for, I made this dress for Evie several months ago, but I think it's going to be it is too small, so I'm hoping to adjust it now for Narnia. And then up here On the other side of the room is more trucks. That's my pink one there, done especially for me. And the trucks, they are double layered actually. There's more at the back, but you've got no chance because my arm's completely stretched out trying to show you them. Then down there, there's a box with the little spotty box on the end has got what you call them, embossing folders in. The next one has got stamps in. That's a recipe book and my crisp stash on top of there. And then you've got all sorts then, some sewing things, some inks, some craft things, all sorts of big tub of thinners, pens and all sorts of things, another air freshener. I love those air fresheners, both of these are empty actually at the moment. Candles, even like, you gotta have your asthma pump and some paracetamol, haven't you? And then here is some of my paper to hand, and then down I put this little paper bunting across to make it pretty. And if I come back, I've got a couple of things hung up. This I got this for £1 in the charity shop, and that's a picture of Ruben when he first arrived, when his hair was brown, and I had him as Alice. I've just never changed it. And my daughter bought that for me a few years ago for a present, Christmas or birthday or something. In this here is sewing things, fabrics and elastic, pins. They're put in there so they're out the way for the grandchildren later and keep it safe. And don't want them pricking their fingers with pins and that kind of thing. And it's just in that basket, which I've had for absolutely years actually. My printer, notebook and scissors. And then this is the part, excuse my stale coffee cup, I finished with it now. This part is where I do my crafting, either paper craft or dolls or whatever. And then when it's not in use, I put a changing mat on there with a blanket underneath to make it look all nice. And I put change my babies on there. And 90% of the time, unless the kids are coming over because they like to do crafts through the winter, it's got the changing mat on it, and I just take it down when I don't want it. So you've got my paints left from yesterday, and then up there is Sky Asleep. I always put the certificates up to look at when I got a new one I'm working on, if it's a real born. My sign, I just want to create beautiful things excuse me, even if nobody really cares. And then I die cut, inked and varnished the flower and the butterfly and stuck them on there because I just happened to notice they're a very similar colour and I thought they looked nice. Clock I made, hubby put the mechanism in for me. And what else is there? Oh yes, go down. Teddy bear hubby got for me, smells of chocolate. Little dog I made, and this all my doll's hairbrushes and spray go in there. This is, I make these out of scraps and I give them to the grandchildren when they're babies. The two colour, I always put different colour underneath usually. And I don't put eyes or noses on there, so obviously buttons would be dangerous. I'd be frightened they'd suck, keep sucking and pulling it to come off. But I don't put anything on there, then there's no threads going to come loose or anything else then. And that's just a spare one, sits around the room, there's a couple of them around. And then nappies, a few wooden toys and dummy holders in this one. And there, that's just a thing that came with some fabric this morning on my charger with a website on. And then that's my die cutter. Wet wipes forever useful for the dolls, grandchildren, myself. Notebook, another notebook. You have to dye notebooks everywhere because that's just how I am. Just love them. That's just a muslin blanket I was using earlier. And then in the corner there is a packet of 12 by 12 papers. Really great for storage, those bags are. And then under that is Tegan's box with her dollies and things in, from all her little dollies' clothes and all the rest of it. And then that is a craft storage thing that I'm putting things in for the grandchildren. And this is my changing mat, the foxy one. And that's the one that sits on top. And then I always have my computer on a little table by there. my little laptop. And then these millions of drawers then, and this one is craft stuff. This has actually got a book of card things in to give you ideas for making cards. I forgot what they're called now. It just gives you ideas. It's just like blank ideas, and then you can use different papers and different things, and I forgot what they're called. Spare changing mat charger, and then these is all die cutters, my crafts. I can't put it back in now, can I? I'll just shove it for now. This one is full of dolly shoes, and the box is going to stop me opening it. And then the bottom two are the same, just full of craft things. Then over this one is hats, socks, see if you can see better if I stand back a bit. Hats, socks, anything like that, booties, that's the word I was looking for. Anything like that for Tristan mostly, with the hats and Reuben. It's a really messy one. This side has got vests, maybe an odd t-shirt or romper out the way, but it's mostly just vests in there. I always keep Tristan's Nemo outfit in there. This drawer is the main man's. That's Tristan's clothes in there. It's got some nice things there. And then this one is Reuben's drawer. He has mostly baby grows, and then when I put a t-shirt or something on him, you can always share with Tristan. And then down the bottom is Jameson's, which is absolutely chock full. And then next to that is, this is for Lexi Quiet. This is for the little girls. This is all newborn stuff in there. Leggings, they all share now. It started off as Scarlet's drawer, but they're all the same size, so they share now. Leggings, tops, hats, sleep suits, all in there. Lots of things. And then next one down is Abby's. It's all her clothes. Next one down is Madison's. Next one down is the last one, which is Grace's little Spanish outfit there, and her baby clothes behind. Narnia's leggings, and her socks are underneath there, and Narnia's tops. And that's pretty much it, I think. So I hope you enjoyed the tour, and I shall see you soon. Bye.